Welcome to the Loaded Cannon. Do you know what? Before we start, you need to do something really important. You see where you're watching me on this screen? Underneath that, there's a little like button. Now don't press it. I'm not asking you to press it yet. Just press it if your team is top of every single league they are in. Then hit that like button. 2 English teams today were involved in 6 goal thrillers. One of them was a clinic. The other one was a circus. Honestly, footballing days, Champions League evenings don't get much better than Man United bottling it. Oh, nah. What a performance from you. And Arsenal brushing aside Lens with consummate ease and flair and swagger and goals and assists and passing, attacking football. Just glorious. And to watch these 2 games back to back, Man United at Gala and Arsenal at home to Lens, 12 goals in total, just perfect. Just what a lovely, lovely evening. And listen, just to remind you, you should never ever feel sorry for the United fans, for Andre Onana, for Ten Hag. You know why? Because they're Man United. And every decent human being hates Man United. So laugh at them, smash that like button, and let's talk Arsenal. What a performance. What a start to the game. After 13 minutes, Havertz goes and gets the goal. And Havertz answered the question that I was asking of him today. For me, when I was watching this game and I was thinking to myself, obviously you want to see the win. That's a given. But what did I want to see today? I wanted to see Kai Havertz compound his goal. Because I'm not going to say he had a brilliant performance against Brentford, but he had an unbelievably important involvement in that game. So by default, key role in that game. I wanted him to compound his key role, his key involvement in that game with another key role in the game today, and hopefully adding to the goals or the goal involvements. He did that today. He answered that sort of thought from me, and he did it really, really well, because not only did he get the goal, he played well. And you know what? Even against Brentford, when he scored that goal, I don't think people were really raving about his performance. But today, we saw Kai Havertz's best game in an Arsenal shirt, in my view. He actually played really well. And listen, I know there's a lot of Kai Havertz detractors, but I want to speak about him today because you know that I've been speaking about him when it hasn't been going his way. So I want to give him a large chunk of my analysis today, because I know a lot of people are going to be saying, yeah, he scored today, but it's easy to look good when you win 6-0. People are going to be saying, yeah, he scored, but come on, like a 2-yard tap-in. But you know what? That's not doing him justice. And if we're going to criticize him, give him the credit as well. The goal that he scored is not a 2-yard tap-in unless your movement is sharp and decisive. And this is what I said against Brentford. It looks like, a header 2 yards out of the back post. It's because of his decisive movement in the box. This is what he was not doing recently. So when you're doing the right things, the rest of it comes easy. No one is going to be saying about Bukayo Saka, oh yeah, he got a goal, but it was just lucky. And look, I know there's a difference because Bukayo Saka has been doing it week in, week out, so he gets the credit, I guess, when something goes his way. But let's be fair to Kai Havertz. His movement against Brentford, his movement today, they were decisive. In the area, he was alive. Whilst before he might be a bit languid and not sort of be alive and alert, he was for both of those moments. And he's got his reward. And also, after that, he played really, really well. I can't remember what goal it was because it was so flipping many. But, when he nipped in ahead to go and get the ball, it was brilliant. Really, really, really good performance from Kai Havertz. I'm really happy for him because he needed that. He needed to compound his goal against Brentford with a good performance today, and he went and did it. And that chant is making more and more sense. Kai Havertz scores again. He's getting multiple goals. So I'm really, really happy for him. And what a sparkling display as well. All 5 of our sort of attacking players got their goals. Havertz, Jesus, and what a finish from Jesus. The way he... Sorry, sneezing. The way Jesus put the Lens defender down, he does that all the time. It's the second time I've seen him do that this season. And as a defender, Now, at this level, you know the players you're coming up against. People are going to be thinking, well, I can't dive in for a block because, he's equally adept at kind of hitting that first time as he is just chopping inside, making you look silly, sending you for a hot dog, and then finishing it. Jesus is honestly, on his day, he's a troublemaker. And against Brentford, I was saying he needed to score that headed chance that he got, and he didn't. Well, today he got the chance, he was clinical. Not only that, he got the assist. Saka as well, goal and assist. Saka is taking the Champions League like it's nothing. Honestly, Saka is just something else. He's a boy wonder. Such a consistent player. He's in that world-class bracket. And another player that is in that world-class bracket that I wanted to see perform today was Martin Ødegaard. And yes, I know, 6-0, it wasn't difficult for them, but that's because everyone played really, really well. And I needed to see Ødegaard play well because if we want to sustain a title challenge, we need him. We need our captain, our creator, our tempo setter. We really, really need him. And today, I'm happy to say he did his job. He did what we want him to do. And the finish from him, how crisp, how confident. So really, absolutely perfect scenario for Arsenal today. Not only have we won 6-0 with everyone getting in the goals as well. Martinelli, what a finish from him. I was actually slightly disappointed I didn't give the penalty to Nketiah because he had come on the pitch at that point. And, I want to flood our goal getters with confidence. Jorginho scoring a penalty, I don't know, it doesn't really add that much for me. But hey, look, I'm not going to complain. What I would have loved to see as well is the youngsters, the two youngsters on the bench getting some game time. But, seeing Nwaneri come on and score a penalty would have been lovely. But hey, listen, I'm not going to complain. I also would have loved Arsenal to get 7 today because Arsene Wenger got, I think, a couple of 7-0 wins in the Champions League. I would have liked Arteta to go and equal that because Arsenal haven't always sparkled this season. But I think what we've seen, Brentford and today, are 2 very, very different wins, but both hugely important. And actually, the Brentford one, more difficult and potentially more rewarding, even though this was a 6-0 sparkling performance. But it's great that now we've got a team that can grind out those resilient wins and also a team that can go and sparkle and have that attacking flair and go and score 6 goals. We're a team that can do both. And do you know what? I think that is the sort of hallmark of a team that has got enough sort of qualities in their arsenal, pardon the pun, to go and achieve big things. Last season, I was disappointed. We ended up empty-handed. We cannot afford to end up empty-handed this season. And hopefully we can go in, couple our resilience with some really, really good football. And hopefully games like this give us that confidence to do it. Kai Havertz now has got 3 out of 4 goals for club and country in his last 4 games. So hopefully he can go on and do the business. And you know what? Hopefully Ødegaard, like I've said, can go on and start putting in performances like we know that he can. Brilliant performance from Arsenal. We're now guaranteed top, which means we can rest players on match day 6. And hopefully on match day 6, we get another treat and see Man United dumped out the competition. Perfect Champions League evening. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for my 5 at 5. Take care.